It's 9 o'clock. Call the infrastructure meeting to order. Notice the meeting was properly posted on May the 20th. All three offices are present. Item 1 is to approve the minutes of May 6th and May 20th.
I'll motion to approve.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 2 is discussion possible action on the capital improvements list. Mr. Trumbo told me that he didn't have any updates on item 2 or item 3. So unless you have questions about either of those, we can just do a no action. I think we can extend that to item 4 as well.
Agreed.
Cool. You good on that?
Yeah.
So no action on 2, 3, and 4. 5 is discussion possible action for access control for 2 additional courtroom doors. This cost is estimated at $23,633.43. Mr. Monroe put this on, or I think this was actually at my request. I don't have an issue with using our capital projects as needed to fund this. That's the only source.
If you want to make that motion, I'll second it.
Sure, that's my motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 6 is our owner's rep update on the BOCC ARPA projects.
Good morning. Elevators, overall, we received the quotations. They're in review, and we are needing a little more time to review those before moving on. Juvenile justice lobby is substantially complete and has been turned over. 2 additional items, cameras have been requested, and my understanding is we're going to, Anderson House is complete, but we're going to go direct with DG, and that quote is into Chantel's office. Clerk social distancing, 5th floor, tomorrow afternoon, or I think it's morning or afternoon, we have a final meeting on the design for the 5th floor to proceed with final documents and quotations. Court clerk, jury pavilion, this project is still in review. We're going to make a few more changes and hopefully have the final design in the next couple of weeks on what the path forward. Now we're going to approach it. I think the dividing doors are out, and we're possibly going to move some walls, but that nothing's been determined yet.
Are all these conversations including Mr. Barnes?
I have only spoken with Mr. Warren, and Mr. Warren said he was going to communicate with Mr. Barnes.
Before we get too far down the road, let's make sure that Mr. Barnes is included and he is satisfied. I think the board's made clear that he will remain here.
Right.
On site.
Yeah, and I think the goal right now is to get the 5th floor tomorrow, and I'll bring that up and be sure.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Sheriff's office in Midwest City, final walkthrough and approval was last week. That project is substantially complete with exceptions of documents and a small punch list. So my understanding is they're quite happy over there with their current situation. Clerk's books, we are progressing pretty quickly. We have solicited 3 contractors and received 3 responses, and would make a recommendation to, and I think Chantel's here, recommendation for Cooley Construction to be awarded approximately $65,000 worth of their quotations. We would remain with the flooring and carpeting to be a direct purchase by the county. Cooley has agreed to manage and coordinate that installation along with their other items. So I think we're in pretty good shape there. Also today, I think you have been handed out the current list on clerk's books on each item and where we currently stand. So that is moving forward, and my recommendation would be to approve that, and I don't know if we need a formal recommendation this morning, or is it gonna be on Wednesdays? For Cooley. So I would like to award that to Cooley as soon as possible. Is this the right, do we start here, correct? So,
And that $65,000 with Cooley is paid for via the set aside from the ARPA funds, correct?
yes, sir.
And that meets all the purchasing requirements necessary? Okay, all right.
So I would make that recommendation if we could get a formal approval.
Okay, so hearing Mr. White's explanation and assurances from Chantel that the recommended contract with Cooley meets all the requirements for the utilization of ARPA funds, I would authorize them, make a motion to authorize them to proceed.
I just have a question. So yeah, you generated this, you've reviewed all this and this,
Yes, sir.
you approved this, right?
Yes.
Okay. I would second that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
No change on third floor, security front entrance. We had our pre-construction. The only real change currently is Cooley's in receipt of his contract. I don't believe it's been returned, but he is going to go by his submittal, which is 12 weeks of pre-construction before execution of construction. So instead of a July 8th start, it'll be more mid-August. We had some funding stuff we had to do, so that's why it didn't go out. Drainage and culverts, no changes. Juvenile justice roof is complete. We're waiting final documentation. Final punch list is complete. Camera security is complete. Again, the elevator project has been bid, and I think we've got some promising quotation for that. Behavioral health service facility, no change. Existing jail HVAC, recommendation and award is pending final contract. And we're moving forward with that with United Mechanical.
Okay,
Existing jail roof replacement. The final walkthrough is not through. We've had a couple of punch list items that we're going to ask the manufacturer to review. Also, the roofing contractor is aware of it, and we're working with that before final. Loading dock, again, we're waiting for materials, and the jail roof is complete. Again, waiting for the manufacturer walkthrough.
on the jail HVAC project, do you have
Yes.
to have that amount at the top of your head?
It's approximately $4,455,000. It also contains several unit prices. So our expectation is we could include an additional couple $100,000 worth of unit prices as they become apparent during the work.
I'm writing out a motion. I want to
Yep.
make sure I get it correct. Okay, with regard to that project, then I would make a motion to recommend to the BOCC that they utilize an amount not to exceed $5.5 million from ARPA revenue replacement funding in order to proceed with the jail HVAC construction.
I'm just not following your numbers.
Pardon?
I'm just not following your numbers on that. So we like basically 4.5 plus 200K.
And I don't want to have to revisit it.
Okay.
And understand that the unit prices are not impactful of the 10% state
Change orders.
change order amount.
Okay. So you think that's a fair amount?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I'll second that motion.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Anything else, sir?
No, sir.
Thank you. All right, item 7, there's nobody here to provide us with an update on the bond oversight board, so I think we can just, no action. Citizens participation, board comments, anybody?
None.
Somebody want to adjourn?
A motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sorry.
Nothing out of the ordinary. Crazy. All right, being past the appointed time, call PBA advisory order. Notice was posted on May the 20th. All 3 districts are present. First is to approve the minutes of the 6th and the 20th. Should that be the? Was it? Okay. Oh, that's right. Yep. Okay. All right. The 6th and the 20th.
A motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. All right. Since Stacy's not here, I think we can skip over item 2. Go down to Mr. White's report on our PBA projects.
Good morning again. First off, emergency ops, 90% CD drawings were submitted last week. We're on schedule and looking forward to start late summer.
Okay.
And so that's going very well. Again, the elevator quote we've received, we're reviewing that for completeness and review. That includes the ICB, the Met, and both metros. The camera security is complete. Final documents have been done. And then the ICB remodel, we're at 50% on the exterior and final review of the interior with mechanical design for the 4-pipe system. So we're progressing there also. That's currently where we are as of today.
Okay. Any questions?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Given that Mr. Monroe's not here, how about we defer items 4, 5, and 6 until our next meeting? Okay, that's my motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Item 7 is regarding the use by the Sheriff's Department for a foreclosure sale at the Lincoln Building Event Room. The date and time is Tuesday, July 23rd from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. This was Mr. Monroe as well. Do you have anything, sir? Okay, motion to approve?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We're good. Thank you, sir. Thanks for coming. All righty. Citizens participation, board comments,
No.
adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.